Hi everybody, Jody Marketplace Boutique. So today I have a bucket of jewelry. Ooh, look at this bucket of jewelry I found. I have flea market goodies and a cute bucket. I got this from Captain Jack's Scrapper. I'm excited to see what's in the bucket. I mean, who doesn't need a bucket of jewelry, right? Oh, I knew this bucket from Captain Jack's Scrapper would come in great handy. So I ended up putting all of my jewelry in there. It all needs to be washed. So what I'm going to do is take the ones I can wash out of here. The ones I can't wash in the sink, I'm just going to put on here. And that's how I'm going to clean my jewelry. Okay, so I've taken everything out of the bags. And these are the ones I really don't want to put in the washer. This one is missing a stone. Now I try really hard not to pick up ones like that. The ones with like the pearls, my experience is a lot of times they will fall out. This is a really old brooch before 1935, so we're not going to ruin that one. There's like just a couple little things here. I got to be careful washing this one. And here is my bucket of goodies, and I'm going to throw those into the sink. So I'm going to turn on this warm water. I'm going to get some Dawn. You can use spray or whatever kind of Dawn. Usually I buy the blue stuff. I don't know if it's any difference or not, but I need to just soak these down a little bit and get them clean. Most estate jewelry is very, very, very dirty. If you've bought estate jewelry before, you'll know that it definitely... Oh, I cut myself somehow. Ooh, that hurts. Ooh, ouch. I always cut myself. So I'm just going to kind of give it a gentle rinse in here. We want these to really get nice and clean. You would not believe how dirty this water probably will get. I mean, think about it, like a lot of the jewelry I buy is over 50 years old, and if you can only imagine somebody wearing something for 50 years. I'm going to carefully just turn things and give it some shakes and get these nice and clean. Look, you can see the dirt just coming off this stuff already. See that? That's so gross. Ugh, yuck. Okay, here's another note. You should probably look inside of the lockets before you do this. I didn't even think about it. That was really dumb. Duh! Look inside the lockets before you put it in the water. Luckily, this had nothing in it. So this one had barely any sparkle, but you can see, like, just cleaning it up a little bit. Hopefully it's not missing anything. I think it's just intertwined. But look at just a little bit of washing, a little bit of sifting through with some Dawn. Look at how beautiful that is. Hi everybody. Okay, so we have this, my little colander. I got this out of an old farmhouse. So, okay, let's see what's in here. This works really good for cleaning jewelry. Let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. Look at this brooch. Oh my goodness, look at this thing. Wow. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I'll have to get it together someday. I just don't know when. I don't think attaching it to your desk really works well, but look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Wow, it's huge. And it's hard to like decide what you want to buy in a flea market for me, because like all I see is like dirty jewelry, right? And nothing really looks that great when it's not clean. It just doesn't have a luster or anything. Boy, this seems to be blurry, or it's me. Is it me? It could be my eyes. I don't know. Okay, and I looked on the back, and it looks like celebrity to me. I thought it was actually coral when I looked at it, but I didn't bring my loop. And I definitely need to bring my loop on these little adventures I take. Hold your hand still. I think it says celebrity. I've never heard of that, so I'll have to look that one up. That's pretty. That's probably one of my prettiest pieces, actually. Let's see what else we have today. Let's see what else we have. Oh, I think I need some jewels on. What should I put on my fingers today? Look at this big thing. Wow. Some of this old stuff is just so cool. Ooh, look at that pretty blue one. Ooh, this is beautiful. Let's see, maybe if I put this behind it. It's got some hairs on it yet, but I clean these up pretty good. This one's kind of a thin one. It might be like from the 50s, I would say, probably, just the way it's designed. That's a pretty leaf. So I got all these for about, I would say, they were like $1 to like $2 something, I would say. The most money I spent was somebody that had brooches. They were about $3.50 a piece-ish, $3.25. And then I got a couple more, and then I bundled it for like, I think 25 or 30, 35, I don't know. But all together, they were less than $3. Most of them were $1. Some of them even less. This is pretty. This is beautiful. This is like a ceramic, kind of a ceramic painted brooch. It looks like it was probably a transfer wear. Silver back or silver tone. That's beautiful. I love the silver on that one. That's pretty. And I don't see any markings. So that's pretty. So that probably is not silver then. Usually silver is marked. These were $2 and I got them in the dollar bin. And I just bought these for myself because, you know, I need some stuff too sometimes. I need rewards. Same with this one. I just had them thrown in and yeah, cute, cute, cute. Here is a pin. I kind of carefully adapt this because it was kind of dirty. And I just took some Dawn and just dabbed it because I didn't want the pretty cross stitch to fade or run into each other. So that is that one. A lot of times these pins can be gold or they can be silver. So you might want to test them or you know, if you don't care. I mean, usually I just list these. Honestly, I probably should check them and I don't. This one does not look gold tone, so I know I'm safe listing that one at least. So I'll get that listed. I love listing. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. Ooh, I love this. It has a kitty cat on it. I had to grab it. And, oh boy, what's that word? You guys are all going to tell me I know. I want to say like cloisonne. Cloisonne. I know if I Google it, I can find it and then I can just put it in the listing, right? I think it's cloisonne. Look at the kitty cat, so cute. Oh, beautiful. I thought this was older than it was. Here's a beautiful, it's a little scuffed up, which you can't really tell too bad in normal life, like without zooming it in. This is so pretty. Look at this beautiful brooch. It's like a gold tone and it has a beautiful cameo, and look at that. You can put your snuff in there. I actually thought this was a cameo snuff box, you know, for snuff, but it is an Avon. So I would say this is probably definitely 70s, because 70s had that kind of old revival that came back, like the old timers, right? The old time revival, the Greek revival, the old stuff revival came back in the 70s. So that's, I would say that's definitely 70s. And it's a brooch pin. Really cute. I like that Avon puts their name on it. That makes my job so much easier. So pretty. Ooh, beautiful. Look at this. Now, I love to collect lockets. I think when I go out, I'm going to try to find some more lockets because I just love them so much. And I like to sell what I love, right? I like to sell what I love. Isn't this pretty? Look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. It's got this pretty scroll work. Beautiful lockets. Lockets kind of have always been a thing, for vintage wear. These can be really old, and you never know. You never know. And this is so pretty. Look at the scroll work on this. This is definitely going in my keeper pile. Sometimes I keep things, and a lot of times I'll keep stuff for a little while, and I will just sell them. Beautiful gold tone. This could be gold. I am not sure. Although this side looks like it's wore a little bit, so maybe not gold. And it has no markings that I can see, but isn't that beautiful? I bought this for less than $1. It's got a chain with it. I'm not sure how old this one is. I'm gonna guess prior to 50s, probably. Beautiful. So here we just have a Christmas brooch, and I bought this because Christmas brooches sell really well for me. They always sell well, and they kind of sell through the year. So definitely, if you see Christmas brooches and they look like they're in decent condition, I would definitely pick them up, especially when they're cheap. And a lot of times I will put a bundle together on these things, and then say I have like 23 items. I'm going to say, hey, is 20 okay? And it's very rare that somebody doesn't agree with that. So just a little tip there on bundling and getting a better deal. And also, when Andy was flea marketing with me, if he was buying something, I would bundle with his stuff to try to get things at a cheaper rate. And usually my stuff was free because Andy was buying something. So, hey, that worked out even better. So actually some of the stuff was free to me. Look at this. I just thought this was the cutest. Isn't that cute? It's a little pin with a heart. Now it looks like it opens, but I could not get it open. But isn't that cute? I thought that'd be perfect for like a Valentine's Day with all the little hearts. Definitely vintage. Very beautiful. Okay, and here is a little tiny cute necklace. It's just kind of got a green little pendant on it. And it actually has a chain, so that's cool. I think I'm going to keep my chains and just put them in a box and then put some of my pendants together because I have so many pendants that I get, and they're absolutely beautiful sometimes. But look at how pretty that is. Beautiful. I don't see any markings for gold. It is a gold tone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that one. Isn't that beautiful? There's no markings on it. Okay, I would say this is an older piece, and this is a copper brooch. Now, copper is made out of many different metals. And look at how pretty that is. I would say this is an antique copper. And there's the back, beautiful black enamel. It has a beautiful black patina on it. Sorry about my nails. I haven't done them in over a week. They're looking a little ratty. Okay, so this is so pretty. Look at this copper brooch. About 1900, maybe a little prior. Just by the way the design is in the circle and like the leaves. It's kind of very Art Nouveau, right? Copper jewelry sells very well on eBay. If you find copper, vintage pieces, I would definitely pick those up. You can sell them for quite a bit of money. So I seen this copper piece and I grabbed it. Here's a little enameled brooch. Pretty. That is pretty. It's great for Christmas. Again, it doesn't have any markings that I can see. It's just a beautiful piece of jewelry. Ooh. Now this one could actually be a little older. It's got some enamel work, some rhinestones. It's got that border. It almost looks like grass, right? But isn't that pretty? A lot of times you would see these brooches were very popular in the late 1800s. And they would wear them on their collar, you know, kind of buttoning up really tight around their neck. And you would see a lot of these in that era. Just little brooches, you know, they probably match their dresses or whatnot, but I think this is an older piece. And this is the back. Okay, look at this pretty brooch. And this is, it did not have a lot of luster, so I don't think this is like high quality or anything, but I loved the little grape pearl beads with the rhinestones. I was hoping the rhinestones would clear up a little bit, but they are kind of a lower quality because they're not very shiny, you know, they're not crystal. Some of them look better than others. The bigger ones definitely are lackluster, so I wouldn't say this is a real high quality, but definitely better than a lot of stuff you find out in the wild these days. But there's the back. Oh wow, I actually bought this thinking this was a brooch, but it's not. It is not a brooch. Look at that. This is actually a belt buckle. Wow, I thought this was a beautiful brooch. I picked it out and I thought, oh, look at those pretty rhinestones. The color is really pretty on these. So these belt buckles were definitely in turn of the century, late 1800s. Look how pretty that is. This one could be gold. It looks very gold toned to me, so I'll have to check that out. Here is a very old brooch. Look at that. It's a bird. And you can tell this is really old because of the back. It's got some amber colored designs, stones. The clear stones, when they're this old, I would definitely test those. I'm not going to test any today, but I definitely need to do a testing night. Maybe I should do a live testing night. That'd be fun. See that little point there? That is pre-1935. Women love to wear these big brooches, especially like 1860, you know, 1890s. But their clothing was so big, right? Their clothing was huge. So there was a lot of layers and they had to get through those layers. But the problem was women kept hurting themselves. So around 1935, they banned these. And you had to have a short one. So, and by then too, women weren't wearing like big, heavy layers of clothing. So that's just a little tidbit. This is definitely an oldie. Okay, and here's another beautiful, beautiful, look at this. Now this one might also be gold, so I'm gonna have to test this one. This is a locket. I think this is definitely an oldie. Definitely an older locket, and it looks very gold to me. Pretty. It's going in my stash. This says sterling right here. And usually, oh, you can't really see it well, but with a loop, you can see, okay, there, see that little, those markings? Usually sterling silver will be marked somewhere around there, and sometimes over here or on these little loops. I didn't have my loop with me, but I could see that there's some writing. And it looks sterling silver. So these were $5, so I bought them. And I thought, hey, what a deal. I did bundle my stuff, so I got a better deal than $5. But I'm going to keep these little gorgeous earrings for myself. I'm going to put those over here. There. 1, 2. Okay, so I will wear those. Sterling silver, $5. That's amazing, right? Ooh, look at this. This is a cute little bracelet. I just picked this up. Paid less than $1. I thought this was pretty. You know, cross things sell pretty well for me. Isn't that cute? That is so cute. So I love this. I'm gonna sell that one. Okay, look at these beauties. Look at how pretty. This is a very old bracelet, and this came from an estate. Look how pretty that is. It's an older piece. And it's got little presents for Christmas time. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, look at this. I bundled this in also. It's very similar to this one, right? I collect stones like this because I was handed it was at least my great-great-grandmother's ring, and it was handed down to me because I was the January baby, but somebody stole it out of my parents' house, and I never got it back. I would, you know, if this person is watching, or you know where my ring, I would pay a reward to have that back. So these are really old, very old. The ring that I had came from the Netherlands, and it was Dutch, and definitely the 1800s. So that's that ring. Isn't that cute? This one's similar. So I kind of collect these, just my own collection. I tried to buy one at the flea market that was yellow the other day. I might not necessarily wear them. Usually they're very small. I mean, I have way bigger fingers than probably a nice dainty woman of the 1800s. So for me, if it's on my pinky ring, and they probably wore it like on their ring finger, but I am definitely probably bigger than they are. So a lot of these are smaller, right? But anyway, these are usually smaller. You can find them to wear like on your pinky ring at least, right? Or just look at them. I collect them. One of those things I collect. I don't think this one's very old. Just the design isn't as detailed as the other one. So this one to me isn't as old as the other ones I have. Okay, and so actually I just looked closer because I thought, you know, the patina doesn't look right to me. And this is, again, an Avon revival of the old stuff. This says Avon on it. And so I think what I'm going to do is just resell this one. This is going to be resold. Pretty, right? I think that is pretty. I don't collect the Avon stuff. It is pretty. I mean, the stuff is good. It's definitely pretty. Ooh. Cute. Look at these earrings. So I got these just for myself. They were out of a dollar bin. These were gorgeous. She said she wanted, I don't know, $5, $10 for them. But then she ended up bundling all my stuff, and it came out to under $1 a piece. So these are glass beads. Absolutely beautiful. These are really, really old. This lady was probably in her 70s at least, you know, probably more towards 80, and this was her grandmother. So this is old. And I would say these are probably a piece of mourning jewelry. A big morning necklace. Look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness. This is a piece I'm keeping for myself also. Another thing I like about these is you can't really break them. And if you do, they just kind of put back together. I like the ones that don't have the rope. Pretty. And here is an older piece. Look at that. Now I found another piece that had said something like marcasite was like the black diamond. So this is marcasite. And just, it looks like it's supposed to be marcasite on the rest of them. I'm gonna guess this is about 1920s. Maybe a little bit before 1920. That's what I think. Just because it's kind of got that Art Deco, but it's more like a flower. This is an interesting little piece. Look at that. It moves. I think that might be diamond in the center, and it might be gold. So I'm going to test this one out. This is an oldie for sure. This is an oldie. Definitely, you know, 50s or before. Oh, look at that. This is actually a stone. I'm not sure what kind of stone. It looks like a garnet color, really. This is pretty. This is really pretty. It's an actual stone, though. I'm not sure what kind of stone. But I thought that was beautiful. Look at this necklace. Now, this necklace here, this is actually gold, and this is silver. Or tone. At least the tones. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's like little bubblegum candy. Isn't that cute? Really, really pretty. Look at the sparkle on that. So these two were married together. They are not in the same family. Gold and silver. So they were put together. And I'm going to take them apart. I don't see any markings on these either. Really pretty though. So pretty. Okay, and here's a Sarah Coventry piece. I bought two of them, and I think one of them is missing a rhinestone. I don't know if it's this one or not. I did not put the broken pieces in this little thing, but this is Sarah Coventry. Here, oh, this one was so pretty. I honestly didn't think it was that beautiful. Look at this. Look at the crystals in this brooch. Oh my goodness. I need to find more like this. This was beautiful. And honestly, I did not go right towards this because it was so dirty. It wasn't sparkly at all, but look at that sparkle. Those are for sure crystals. Crystals sparkle like diamonds. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's so pretty. The back is nicely done. Pretty. And this one had no markings. Oh, here's another beautiful locket. Look at that. This is an older piece also. Also could be gold. Got this, you know, I paid less than $1. These are pretty also. I love these. These are just beautiful. I might wear these at Christmas time. They are clip, but you just got to be really careful with clip earrings. You know, you can wear them. Definitely have to be careful. I have lost one before, and oh, I was so sad. So sad. Okay, and this one is an older piece. It's like a horseshoe. Definitely an older style. A really sharp edge. Isn't that pretty though? And here is a blue brooch. Pretty. Look at the sparkle on that stuff. Beautiful. This one was amazing. Andy and I seen the color of it. It might have some flaws. What is that? Oh, it's a hair. Okay. Look at it's like enameled, and it's got this really cool color, and I don't usually see them in this color. I had to pick this up. I did see this one right away just because the color was like, pow, really stood out. Definitely beautiful. Look at that. Really pretty. Okay, here's another Sarah Coventry. I think this might be a matching one. I thought one was missing something, but maybe that was a different piece. I don't know. Okay, this one's old. Oh, excuse my nails. I couldn't figure out what this was. What is that? Focus, focus. Focus on me. Focus on me. What are you? Well, it's definitely, this is definitely a morning piece. Boy, this is hard to look at. Let's see, maybe like this. What are you? What are you? Is it a bird or a person? Okay, everybody, what is that? And this is a black morning piece, definitely an older one, black enameled. It's definitely been worn. It looks like silver, but I don't know. Don't see any silver markings. I can't figure out what that is. It's almost like, is it two birds flying with a sparkler on its hand? I don't know what this is. But this is an old morning piece. Look at how pretty it is. It's just old, you know? Old. If you don't have the chain, you know, it could have been marked on the chain or something. You never know. And look at this. This is pretty. I just thought this was beautiful. Now, it's not marked, but it's kind of that paperclip design. That's what I call it, paperclip design. Definitely an older vintage piece. Isn't that nice? Not marked. Very gold tone though. Okay, everybody, I think that's all in my little bucket. So I hope you enjoyed. Let me show you my little loot a minute. And this is what I got. It's not in any order. I just placed it there. So look at the pretties. I think I paid, I don't know, probably $50 or so for all this. And there's a few pieces that are broken too that I'm going to give to Andy and see if he wants to tackle that. But look at the pretties. Look at the pretties. Beautiful pieces. I'm so happy. It's so much fun to sell pretty pieces. I like to cherry pick more than I like getting a big jewelry box. Cherry picking is much funner, much funner. And I just wanted to share with you kind of my step-by-step process. So I dried them all, and I have just a bunch of paper towels, and I have one that's a little wetter in case something is kind of gunky and stuck together. Mostly just to dry them really good. And when you're drying them, you can find things when you're looking real closely, like there's some missing stones. Here we have a missing one. You know, here's some earrings that don't have backs. You know, I kind of keep them in this little area of, and I'm going to give them to Andy to see if he wants to try to fix those. And these I dry, and I just kind of leave open a little bit so they dry nicely. And, you know, this works out pretty good for me. You can use a towel too. Just kind of whatever you want. Basically, you just want them to dry really, really good, right? Like here's one too. I was being so careful, and this little tiny seed bead popped out. But look I even found it. It's still in my colander. See that? That's why I put a stopper in my sink too, just to find anything that might be loose. And that's the only thing I found. So dry them up really good after you clean your jewelry. And this is just a really good way to inspect them too before I start listing them. And they're nice and clean, and I don't have to handle anything gross, right? So that's my process. I hope you liked it. And, you know, just make sure you dry your jewelry out really good so it doesn't tarnish or anything like that. I dry them front and back really pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye.